it is much clearer by eye. But I got such a fright. I thought it was the full moon tonight. It's so...
I would have to just leave it with a pill.
The 9 o'clock taste test went really well, actually. We were absolutely right to put in 1 apple instead of 2, because it took whatever that kind of rotten fruit taste was out of it. But it was really just very... The orange was definitely overpowering the peach. There was no trace of that. So we just left it... We drained it out to taste after the half-hour boil, and then we left it steeping in the fruit again. It doesn't really taste of anything. We're gonna have to make it sweet in some way, whether that be like sugar or putting more things in the boil. I kind of want to put more things in the boil just because the first time we tried this, we did it with a cinnamon stick and with cranberries, and it smelled absolutely divine. I would like to have the best of both worlds if possible. Happy Supermoon, everyone. This is so bad for my brain. There was like a, like 2020 selfie versus 2025 selfie, and I thought I should go and check. We took out Netflix again for the Knives Out film, and apparently 2020 was the last time we had it. This is also from 2020. I'm not going to show you any of the other ones because that's going to be... I'd dox myself, but literally still my actually no, I might have updated it a little, but literally my header. So I was very tempted by cleric, but I think in the end I'm gonna just stick with fighter. I am noting the lack of druid though. Okay, so we are go for tomorrow, and this came in, which feels a long time in the making. it is a having dinner alone in the living room night because I tried to go up the stairs and like the moment I bent my knee, I hit the deck. So uh did not realize that was like the most taxing path down to the specs. And uh fantastic views. I really fucking hope I win that competition now, because I think I'm probably out of commission for the rest of the week now. Anyway, I think two of my books for my readathon have come. I don't know why there are two packages though.
From November the 5th, 2007 to February the 12th, 2008, the Writers Guild of America East and West went on strike. Suggested that she begin a music career, as it would be a great way to fill the time before the strike came to an end. Shortly after this, Deborah forced Jeanette to begin posting covers onto YouTube. When iCarly fans inevitably found these covers and they went viral,
Holy shit. Oh god, I'm sticking. Come on. You know, I used to always think that this was like the end of winter. I think it's weird. I don't think I ever knew about like the lunisolar terms before like the last 4 years. But like my conception of the seasons is much more in line with that. Like February is like the end of winter, the beginning of like spring. And so it's really weird to like kind of be catching up on the fact that I think it was the only last year that I kind of really got the sense that people meant, you know, like that December was the beginning of winter and not the end. And so I don't know. I'm always happy when you get snow in January because it always feels like an extra little treat. Okay, so I tried to go for like my widest neck top, which is apparently not very wide, but whatever. Oh. Well, it's kind of nice. Very mild. Am I just supposed to use my hands for this? That doesn't seem very sanitary. It doesn't tell you how much to use, which is not helpful. Oh god, I really don't think this is... Okay. Okay, so I got this for free in exchange for a review, which, you know, good quantity of it. I think I'm going to try it for like 2 weeks before I give my review, which I think should be fine. So there might be like a slight tingle, which I'm not keen on. It is always funny when I'm filling out the daily health app, and it's like, how was your memory loss today? How was the brain fog? I don't know. Okay, so it is night, and that probably means I am kind of too late to do this, but we've got a few more hours before like bed, so I think this is still too much, but like The problem is it's still kind of a little bit tingly after you put it on, which I'm not keen on. But to be fair, yesterday I completely fucked up the amount. It was like 3 times that much. Don't ask me how I did that. Anyway, we're here because, well, they came in a while ago, but I didn't have them to hand, so I have read quite a few of Jean's graphic novels, and I feel like I've liked them all, but also they don't really leave a lasting impression on me. But this has been, like, people really love this, so I'm excited to read it. Also, it's like a Lunar New Year book, and I like matching it up with like the Lunar New Year. This is by S.L. Wang. It is a retelling of like one of the 4 great classics of Chinese literature. This is so for me. This is your second chance because I'm forever mad about Burning Roses, which is like the 3rd book in a series, and it basically made the first like completely unnecessary, and I'm forever mad about that. But yeah, we'll see. But I think part of the reason why I'm a little bit more hopeful with this one is because Jean is not the one doing the art. Which sounds a little bit mean. I don't hate his work visually, but it's not the most interesting to me. So I am kind of excited to see someone else taking the lead in that. I'm kind of noticing, is that supposed to be like lines on the cover? I know the light's not great, but I feel like maybe. Anyway, there's no tingling this time. So I think we're getting back down to like the backs of the knees, kinda, which is nice. I would really like to get my hair redone for the ball. But I think after that, like I love it. I love the red. But I'm also a tired bitch. And where I'm going in my life, I think I just don't need the expense. I've not really been down in like a week, so of course I didn't get to see the tree coming down. And of course my favourite went down first. I think I'm a little bit relieved, actually. Because, it's so stupid, but I was like midnight snacking it or something. And no one is that tall. No one I know is that tall. But like, I saw the shadow of it and I just thought, it was that person, who is not someone who goes around like breaking into houses, but just, yeah. Well, everything changes. Everything changes. That's not just the light. I say, I don't even know if it's showing up. White and orange. It was striped like a fucking circus tent. There has been talk about like doing things up. And I think if they were to sell, they would want to do that anyway. So I'm trying to not feel like too bad about it. It's weird. It's weird. Like, that's what the walls were for years, and I just entirely forgot. And I think as well, what was like last month's mini breakdown, unearthing the past just kind of feels more and more like coming to an end. And obviously it's not, because even if we do, there's the actual work of it. There's that, which is entirely my fault. But it just kind of feels like everything is funneling into this one ending. And continuing on from like the mini breakdown, I have looked at houses for sale because it just like economically it just doesn't make sense in my head of like why you would rent unless you had no choice. And I just do not want to be backed into a corner of having no choice. I don't want to be at someone's whim like that. If they just decide they don't like me and don't want me, I can't deal with that. But then I was on with this house, and even knowing that you'd like get used to another house, there were like a lot of things that I guess I've been taking for granted because they're just not coming up. And then you look at houses and they're in better like locations, but they're also just, they're in town, which is the better location, but then you just, all the light pollution, you don't get to see the stars. And if I'm going to be stuck in bed for a week, I need to have like the blinds open. I need to see the sky change. I need to not just be staring at the same 4 fucking walls. And I look at those other places and I'm like, you're so small. What happens to like the months when I can't leave the house and the house is just 3 rooms instead of do I just live in a prison? Well, it's just gone midnight, so let's see what today has in store. That okay, that's actually really that's actually really accurate. Oh, I hate that. Why? When I first saw this, I was like, that has to be for the laptop too. It has to be. But I don't think it's true. I think it's just 766 tabs on the phone. So I will like fully admit that my feelings on the house haven't changed, but I was nosy and I thought it's best to kind of get a little look, you know, see what things are going at the moment. Things will change, obviously, and I kind of fell in love with this house from the moment I saw it. And it's a bad idea on like every single level. But it also just kind of made me mad in a way that is hard to describe, because it was beautiful from the outside. It's an old place, so yeah, like there's going to be problems with that. But it said 4 bedrooms, and then you go into it, and the floor plan says 7 bedrooms. It's being used for 7 bedrooms, maybe 6. I don't know whether I counted the one that's clearly a bathroom. It was somehow labeled bedroom anyway, but 7 bedrooms, 3 kitchens, and under 200,000. Like, I also know that I'm looking in an area that is not as expensive as this, but still. So while I'm pretty sure that guy is not like a chemist, I don't like the sound of oh dear. Yeah, so the fact that none of these have what is it, the wee verified thing is suspicious. The fact that none of the links are to like an actual like Dr. Malaxon website is also very suspicious. So nothing for neck wrinkles, nothing for neck. But they're still advertising it on their like front page along with all the stock images. So the thing brought up in the video that I really wanted to find was the studies that they have purportedly done. But yeah, I haven't done anything like that, and I really don't think I'm gonna. So I will take Mr. Welsh's word on not being able to find those. So I saw something on Instagram a few days that really pissed me off, because I knew immediately that it was wrong, but I also had to be sure. And it was from this book tour company. If you don't know what that is, they like give you a review copy of a book. Sometimes it's an advanced review copy. This can be like an ebook, or it can be like a physical thing. And they're saying you don't have to like tag this as advertising. You know, you don't tag it as ad. What the fuck are you talking about, and why are you fucking over your content creators? So that post was made in like 2023, but it's still pinned to this day. And unfortunately, I was mad about it, and so I just left the app. So I don't know what one it is, but no, tag your fucking tag your free copy for a review as an ad. If this was just like industry bullshit, I wouldn't be making like this whole thing here. But of course, I wasn't like my brain silos things off, and so like as a book person, I've been like mostly just thinking books, books, books. This counts for the Dr. Malax. So this video is gonna have to be tagged ad, which is incredibly annoying. Because if like it's my video diary, it's not like an actual unlikely, but also just, you know, in case some places like, oh, but we don't do like reviews, we just do spotlights, which is the cover and like the synopsis. I'm pretty sure that counts as promotion, so you're not getting out of it that way either. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of risky filming, but I had a really beautiful summer outfit years ago, and I got it to do on holiday, and it stopped fitting around my hips, and there was just nothing. Like, it fit great up top, but like there are bones in the way, so it couldn't close, and it was like there was no way to keep it, just because like the way it zipped up and all that. But I've kept this because this still works. God, please don't fuck me over now. It's fine, it's a boob tube, it's not showing anything untoward. Well, okay, actually this is probably as far as I'm going to get it. I tried to put it on today and it immediately ripped. And there was always a little bit of gape, but it really ripped when I put it on today. But Mum and I have been watching quite a bit of Morgan Donner, and I think I'm gonna have some fun hand sewing it next month. Once the fantasy ball is over and done with, at which point we will see if it's finished, and if it's finished, whether it falls off of me. I don't know if you're a praying type. Obviously, your prayers should be going to like more important things in the world right now. But yeah, I will be like just a little bit that I don't end up flashing everyone with ball. Whenever I remember to do this, I'm always like, I wish I hadn't. Like, no, you've got me. You are like scarily accurate, but also, hey, what the fuck? Okay, again, scarily accurate. I haven't really been sleeping. I was going to say well, but I haven't really been sleeping for like the past week. So all of my attempts to like, well, this is going to be a month of like getting down to work and submitting work didn't really pan out the way that I wanted it to, because I just have not had the strength for it. But I heard about a death recently, and it kind of rattled me, because that person was younger than my parents. Cumulatively, I got more sleep yesterday than I have in a while. Still not a lot, but no, I think I can pull myself together for like one last surge of effort before the month is out.